You have 30 seconds. That's it. That's how long it takes for a buyer to walk up to your home, step through the front door, and already start deciding whether they love it or they're mentally checking out. Real estate agents and appraisers know this, but most sellers have no idea that it's happening, and it's costing them thousands of dollars at the negotiating table. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what buyers notice the moment they walk into the room. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what buyers notice the moment they arrive, room by room, so you know precisely what to fix, what to skip, and what actually moves the needle before you even list your house. If you're getting ready to sell, this is the difference between buyers falling in love with your house and buyers making a lowball offer or like not even offering at all and just literally turning right around. So stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical checklist that you can use this weekend to get your home ready to sell. Before we get into it, I'm Aisha. I help people buy and sell and move to Central Arkansas all the time. If you're thinking about selling your home, buying your first place here, or you're relocating to the area and trying to figure out where to even start, that's what I do, and I'd love to help you. People just like you reach out to me all the time with the same questions. What's my house worth? What should I fix before listing? What neighborhoods make sense for my family? So if any of that sounds like you, don't hesitate. My contact info is going to be in the description, and it's also linked in my bio. Also, I like to read books, so that's why I felt like I should have this hat on today that says "Give me all the red flags," because if you read romantasy and dark romance, then you'll get it. You know, it's funny. Like, don't give them to me in real life. Give them to me in a book. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't give it to me in a house. Anyways, let's get into it. The driveway and the curb appeal. Buyers form an opinion before they ever even touch the doorknob. As they pull up, they're checking the lawn, the paint on the trim, whether the mailbox is straight, and whether the porch light works. This is called curb appeal. Obviously, depending on your price range, it's going to be different for everybody and the price range you're looking at. You know, obviously, if you're looking in a cheaper neighborhood like 130, you're not going to expect some kind of crazy curb appeal, but you are going to expect cleanliness, no chip paint, the yard to be mowed, like the basic stuff. This single handedly sets the emotional tone for everything that follows. A buyer who's already smiling, walking through the door is looking for reasons to say yes to your house. A buyer that walks through tall grass is looking at all this chip paint. They're going to be looking for reasons to say no because there's already red flags, and we don't want those in houses. We want them in books. Here in Central Arkansas, I see it play out constantly. A fresh coat of paint on the front door, mulch in the flower beds if you have them, freshly mowed lawn. It can cost you a couple $100s, but it changes the entire first impression before the buyer even steps inside. It's genuinely one of the highest return on investment moves you can make before listing. And you have to keep up with the lawn getting mowed. Number 2, the smell test. This one might surprise you, okay? But smell is one of the fastest triggers for buyers' brains. Pet odors, cigarette smoke, heavy cooking smells, even like super strong air fresheners, like trying to cover something up. Buyers notice all of that within seconds of walking through the door. And it happens almost subconsciously. A bad smell can make a buyer think there's a deeper issue, like mold or poor maintenance, even when there isn't. I can tell you, I walked into a showing a couple weeks ago for a listing that was $650,000. It smelled like straight urine. Do you think that house is going to sell? No, because immediately you're starting to look for what is wrong with this place, because why does it smell like that? That would be like any house, unless you're looking for a fixer-upper, any house that you walk in and smell something like that, you're gonna start looking for all the problems in it. The fix for that isn't complicated. Just deep clean your carpets, wash any fabric surfaces, get new HVAC filters, and if possible, air the house out before every single showing. Light neutral scents work far better than anything heavy or artificial. You want the home to smell clean, not perfumed. Lighting and openness. The moment buyers step inside, they're scanning how bright and open the space feels. Dark rooms, closed blinds, and dim lighting make spaces feel smaller and less inviting. Even if the square footage is exactly the same as a well-lit home, buyers associate natural light with a home that's been well cared for. And dim, cluttered spaces tend to read as tired or neglected. Before every showing, open up every blind and curtain, turn on every light in the house, even during the day, and replace any burnt out bulbs. It sounds simple, but I've watched buyers react completely different to the exact same room, depending on whether it was bright and open or dim and closed off. Clutter and furniture placement. Buyers need to be able to picture themselves living in your house. And that's hard to do when they're navigating around too much furniture, too many personal items, family photos, collections, and overflowing countertop. That all pulls attention toward your life instead of letting them imagine themselves there. This is one of the biggest disconnects I see between how sellers see their home and how a buyer actually experiences it. You don't have to go full showroom, but pulling back to the essentials makes a real difference. Clear the countertops, pack away out of season items, and consider removing a piece or two of furniture from the tighter rooms to make the space feel bigger. A general rule I give my clients is if a room feels tight to walk through, it will feel even tighter to a buyer standing in it for the first time. Sound and first impressions inside. This is the one almost no one talks about. As buyers step in, they're also noticing sound. A barking dog, a loud TV, a squeaky door, an HVAC system that kicks on loud. These small sensory details register instantly and can make a buyer feel unsettled even without them realizing why. So turn off the TV. Keep pets somewhere quiet or out of the house entirely during showings, and oil any squeaky hinges ahead of time. It's a small detail, but a home that feels calm and quiet lets buyers relax and actually focus on the space instead of the distractions around them. Common misconceptions. Buyers will see past it. A lot of sellers tell themselves that buyers will look past the mess, the smell, or the outdated fixtures and picture what the home could be. In reality, most buyers aren't trained to do that. They're reacting emotionally in real time, and that gut reaction shapes the offer they end up making if they even make one. This is exactly why homes that are properly prepared tend to sell faster and for more money than homes that are simply good enough. The good news is that none of what we just covered requires a full renovation. It's cleaning, lighting, decluttering, and a little bit of intention. And it makes a measurable difference in how buyers respond the second they walk through the door. If you found this helpful, the next video you should watch is how much is your home actually worth, not what Zillow says. Because once your home is ready to show, the next question is always pricing it right. And that video breaks down exactly how real value is determined here in Central Arkansas. And if you're already thinking about buying, selling, or if you're thinking about moving to Central Arkansas, my contact info is in the description. It's also linked in my bio on my channel. I'd love to help you, and thank you for watching.